Hey everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called The Shape of My Heart. And for those of you that are wondering your person and what the shape of their heart is in reference to you and how do they feel about you, we are going to go ahead and get into your reading. Now for the piles, we have pile number 1, which is represented by the wink and a kiss, pile number 2, which is represented by the ghost emoji, and pile number 3, which is represented by the cute nerd emoji. Okay, so take a deep breath, clear your energy. What are you feeling today? And this may be more than one pile that you need to look into today, and that's totally fine. Or if you're dealing with more than one person, you may feel like watching more than one pile. And we are going to go ahead and get into the reading. Let us begin. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the wink and a kiss face, and we are going to go ahead and find out for your particular person that you came here for, what is the shape of their heart as it relates to you, okay? Essentially, how are they feeling about you at this moment? Pile number 1. And there, let's reveal the shape of their heart towards pile number 1, please. It's funny because I keep getting the names Jazz or Chaz or Jazz, okay? Anyway. Let's go ahead and see. That could be somebody's nickname. Let's see pile number 1, the shape of their heart towards pile number 1. Let's reveal the shape of their heart towards pile number 1. Okay, my friends. Ooh, the Ace of Wands. Look at that. That's a gorgeous Ace of Wands with the reds and the yellows and the oranges. Very proud, strong, singular, standing, brave. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Let's reveal the shape of their heart towards you. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. I like it. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Pile number 1. Hey now, you know, this is nice, pile number 1. This is actually nice. Let's see what else we've got. We've got our song, okay? A song that reminds you of each other, feeling familiar, having things in common, liking the same music. Ooh, we've got rekindle. I love to rekindle this flirtation with pile. Ooh, you are my light. Look at that pile number 1, and that light really reminds me of this Ace of Wands here too. That's gorgeous. Look at that beautiful romantic candlelight. You are my light. And I'm seeing the letter D here. Okay, I'm seeing the initials K and D. You are my light. I also see an A and an E for initials here. First name, last name could be. Lovely energy. Ooh. Well, their heart soars and sings and turns into dolphins, dashing through the ocean, ripping through the waves. That's how their heart feels when they think of you. Shaman energy, soul retrieval. Soul retrieval is needed for you to remember who you were before the trauma and the pain shaped you into false versions of your divine self. Yeah, and that's really the Ace of Cups. It's the innocence, isn't it? With the 9 of Cups. It's very innocent and sweet and caring and fulfilling with the 9 of Cups, okay? And let's see what else we have here. Jupiter and expansion. Ooh. Enthusiasm, optimism, generosity, beliefs, luck, travel, positivity. Okay, foreign cultures and teaching. You know, the 9 of Cups in the tarot is a Jupiter and Pisces card, a very lovely Jupiterian energy. Also, I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles here, this person's like, I bet you smell good, you look good, you always look so classy and put together, and you always look like you're somebody. I feel like this person is saying, you're someone I would have saved myself for. You know how people kind of like save themselves, quote unquote, for somebody in the future? And with Jupiter and expansion here, they're really hoping for things to work out here. They're really hoping for like compassion, caring, loving, washing away the past, like hopeful. You know, the Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, very, very hopeful, very wanting to trust you, very innocent when it comes to thinking about you, like thinking that you're very classy, you're very sophisticated, you really got your shit together with the Nine of Pentacles, and you represent that kind of ideal of what this person generally looks for, pile number one. So, I mean, this is the best damn reading I've seen in a while, pile number one. Oh, wow, look at this. We've got Jupiter, Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter on top of Jupiter. That's two Jupiters on this card. And then we have a Jupiter here. My goodness, that's a lot of Jupiterian energy. Very hopeful, very excited, very regarding, very positive. You know, Jupiter is a very positive, exuberant, happy, wanting to bestow benefits and, you know, achievements and goodness. Okay, I feel like this person is saying we would be so good together. We match in so many ways. We have like a lot in common. We both have similar goals. Perhaps both of you care about, you know, generosity, helping others, volunteering. Maybe spirituality is a big deal. You know, behaving in a moral and ethical way. You know, if this is someone you met through spirituality, pile number one, I mean, geez, wow. And having, it's like, you are my light. You inspire me to be a better person. You inspire me to always have love in my heart. Wow. Pile number one, geez, I don't really have a bad thing to say here yet. And we have the Morning Star and Radiance. I shoot for the stars. Radiance is my birthright. Okay? And this person's very hopeful, you know, walking around with hope in their heart and saying, wow, you know, I'm willing to fight for this connection. I'm willing to give my all for this connection. I'm really ready to give my best for this connection. We see this knight here in the background decked out in gold, you know, and geez, with the Nine of Pentacles, only the best for my love, that type of thing. I shoot for the stars. Like this person, when they want you to know that when they go after someone, they only go after them if they could see a future or if they could see themselves loving that person on a deeper level. They don't go after, they tend to aim high when they go after someone, and they only really go after people that are really top tier in their mind. So, you know, I shoot for the stars. I'm very hopeful. I'm very blessed when it comes to pile number one. And, you know, I am very like taken aback by pile number one's radiance. Wow. And, you know, in the middle of people who all look the same and act the same and are the same, here's the shining star, the numero uno, the pile number one, the Ace of Wands. Wow, pile number one, geez. What's going on, you know? I mean, sometimes people can really put other people on a pedestal too, and that can be a little bit scary because it's like, wow, you really think really highly of me. That's a little scary. Yeah, the Five of Swords, that can be a little scary when someone puts us on a pedestal. We have the Eight of Swords, okay? Little messy. Ooh, the Three of Swords. Oh my gosh. And then we have the Hanged Man here, okay? And, you know, here's the thing. It may be like their heart is very respectful, loving, hopeful, caring, idealistic when it comes to you. But, you know, they may be holding back here for some reason, pile number one. And I want to see what's going on with this. Well, I think it's interesting because soul retrieval is needed. Hangman, you know, deep inner awareness of truth and beauty and pain and forgiveness and compassion and spirituality, and soul retrieval is needed to find out who you were before trauma and pain shaped you into false versions of yourself, okay? And I feel what this person is kind of saying here is, you know, I'm very sensitive. Like they have a very sensitive side to themselves, and they see that within you too. But I also feel like this person has been through, they've been through a lot of pain or disappointments or disillusionment when it comes to relationships. And the fact that they still have hope, you know, and hope for relationships in their life is kind of great, I feel like, you know, because I feel like this person, they may have felt very like victimized in their past relationships, pile number one, and very confused as to why people treated them that way. Perhaps you felt that way too, okay? And, you know, this Hangman to me represents gaining a clear understanding of why all these harsh situations played out the way that they did in the past. And, you know, when the shape of the heart, when they think of you, is very loving, emotional, giving, caring towards you, very benevolent towards you, with Jupiter coming up multiple times. They feel like they hit the jackpot with pile number one, you know, and it's hard for them to believe again, I feel like, pile number one, when they've been through so much heartache and pain, and they've had to pick up the pieces after all these failures in relationships. And I feel like they question themselves with the Eight of Swords. What am I doing wrong? Why is this always happening? And, you know, it always ends up with a broken heart. And it makes them feel kind of like, you know, very, you know, but the Hangman is about having a new perspective, or having an awakening, having a spiritual awakening, or having a perspective on past pain and past suffering, and kind of understanding on a deeper spiritual level why some of these things happened. And, you know, I do feel like their heart is, you know, waking up when it comes to you, like with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Like, you know, you opened my heart up after I thought I was closed, and I thought I'll never give myself like that to someone again. All of a sudden now I feel way more open, okay? Way more willing in my heart, way more willing to trust. You know, the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups is about having an innocent, trusting attitude towards somebody. And, you know, and I think they have gotten sick of always having to pick up the pieces, or always being disappointed, or always getting hurt, you know. And anyway, pile number one, the only thing I would say is that this person is very sensitive. And if they do, they may have a tendency to put people on a pedestal. And if they get let down, man, do they really go down, 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 like, you know, hurting, painful, suffering if they get let down, you know. So that's a little bit of pressure, you know. And I mean, I would encourage this person to take more responsibility for their role in things, okay, and maybe not see themselves as the victim so much in their dating situations, but they have a very innocent feeling towards you in their heart about you not hurting them and you being very gentle and caring and benevolent with them. And they're like, if you treat me good, I'll treat you good, you know, is that kind of a thing. Okay. And yeah, I want to please you in all ways, but I'm insecure about my body, mind, and spirit. Yeah. I am extremely unhappy with my life. I feel like a failure when it comes to relationships. And they're saying they adore your smirks, your smiles, and they love your cute little laugh. And, but there's some deep pain that this person, I feel like, is also still processing in a lot of ways, pile number one. But they think you're everything that is right in this world, okay? And they don't associate you with all those bad things that happen to them. But I could also see where, you know, that's kind of a lot, pile number one. That's kind of a lot. You know, because I feel like with Jupiter here, their expectations about something turning out really well with you are really, really high, pile number one. So that is what I am getting for you, my loves. I hope that reading resonated. If you're interested in a personal reading with me to go deeper, you can always book a personal reading with me. And details are in the description box below for how to do so. So thank you so much, pile number one, and take care. Let's move on to pile number two. Okay. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the ghost emoji, and today's reading is called The Shape of My Heart. And this person really wanting to show you the shape of their heart and what's going on within their heart. So we are going to ask that today, pile number two. I'm getting something about elephants. Maybe somebody has an elephant keychain or loves elephants, or that's your totem animal. I'm getting something about that, pile number two. I'm also seeing something about Thailand or somebody traveling there or being from there or living there or being from an island, okay? Or somebody from an island. So pile, or like a humid island, warm climate. Let's go ahead, pile number two, or maybe that's where you want to go or move. Ooh, there's the Queen of Wands. Well, she does like being in places that are very warm. So pile number two, you're a showstopper already with the Queen of Wands showing up. And you're a real showstopper over here, pile number two. And I love her leg tattoo in this photo. It's very beautiful. So maybe some of you have a very distinct tattoo that's very noticeable. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Let's go ahead and see what is the shape of their heart. We've got the Six of Pentacles, generous, caring, the Fool. Wow, exuberant, excited. I want to take you out. I want to see you. I'd love to meet you. I'd love to spend time with you. I'm looking forward to, you know, I'm looking forward to spending quality time with you. I'm looking forward to, you know, showing off even a little bit to pile number two and showing you that I'm really fun and I can take you on a fun date and I can like impress you, you know. And with the Fool, I feel like this person's like, ooh, you make my heart skip a beat. Skipping a beat over here. We've got the Queen of Cups, okay? And let's see what we've got going on here. We've got chemistry and the Six of Pentacles, okay? Building on chemistry. We have torture with the Fool, okay? So, and the Fool doesn't like to wait. The Fool's not really like a waiting type of an energy. And it's like, I feel like this person is saying, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Like my heart skips a beat when I think of you. And I'm so excited to like give it to you. You know, I'm so excited to generously supply you with my affection, care, quality time, attention. And, you know, the Six of Pentacles represents the moon in Taurus. So there's a side to it that's, you know, very earthy and sensual and, you know, big meals, good food, making out in the dark, like kissing for hours, like that type of chemistry that, you know, you can't really fake with people. And we've got new beginning. Ooh, right on this Queen of Cups. And, ooh, pile number 2. I am getting something because to me, you're coming through as the Queen of Wands, okay? There's someone else here coming through as the Queen of Cups. And there is somebody who is hoping for a new beginning with this person. I got to get out the magic wand for this one, pile number 2. This is the wand, okay? There is somebody here, this Queen of Cups, who was in this person's heart for a long time, okay? And who is hoping for a new beginning with your person, okay? There is somebody here. It could be the mother of their child. It could be, you know, somebody they were married to for a long time. It could be somebody they almost had kids with or were engaged to, or somebody that was really dedicated to this person, but I feel like this person wasn't attracted to them anymore. This person will always have a place in their heart, but I feel like this person, your person, pile number 2, sees that person as more of a friend or more of a like caring friend that will always be in their heart, okay? And perhaps some of you are coming here and you're like, but Natalie, that's who I am, okay, to this person. We were together a long time, or we did have a significant friendship, or we did, you know, and for those of you who are coming from that perspective, if you're the new person, pile number 2, this is very important. If you're the new person and you're the exciting chemistry person that this person is trying to get with, then that's who, if you're the Queen of Wands in this reading, then that's who you are, okay? But if you're the person who's sentimentally been hanging on to this person as a friend or someone you used to date and you still talk and you still have feelings for them, but it's clear they're dating other people or they're on the dating apps or they're getting to know new people. And I feel like this is really the 8 of Swords energy here, because there's going to be some people who come to this reading who are going to resonate with the 8 of Swords here, and in the sense of I feel like you're leaving me behind, and I feel like you're leaving me behind, and I feel like you don't love me anymore and you don't look at me the same way anymore, and I feel like you're forgetting me and leaving me behind, okay? So I do think there's an energy with that. And for those of you coming from that position, I am very, very sorry. And there could be still somebody that, and if you're not coming from that position, if you're coming to this reading as the Queen of Wands, the new person, the exciting, I want this shit with this other person to be over with soon because I'm trying to fuck the Queen of Wands, you know? If that's where it's coming from, and I feel like this person is very respectful towards this Queen of Cups because they're showing up in their heart space. And I feel like this old person that they used to be with, or the Queen of Cups in this case, still cares and loves for this person. But I feel like they're the fool. This Queen of Cups is wanting a new beginning with this fool, but this fool is looking in the other direction towards this Queen of Wands and wants to be with the Queen of Wands, okay? And is excited and like revved up to, and they don't feel like waiting anymore, and they want to say something, and they want to just come out with it, and they don't really want to sit there and wait for the time all to have chemistry with this Queen of Wands. Okay, so some of you are coming from different positions here, and I just have to explain where everyone is at in the reading. Okay, and for those of you who are the Queen of Cups and you still hope for a new beginning with this person, and you wonder if you're still in their heart, yeah, you are still in their heart, and they do still care about you, but they are, and I'm just going to be bluntly honest, pile number 2, they're attracted to someone else, and they're trying to date someone else over here. Okay, so I just have to let you guys know that. And the thing is underneath this, and there might be bringing up feelings of abandonment for you, for those of you who are in the Queen of Cups position, of feeling abandoned, alone, like, how could they do this to me? I gave them everything. Keep in mind underneath that, you're the 9 of Pentacles, okay? You're strong, you're enduring, you're beautiful, you're kind, you're caring, and you're stunning. So I just want the Queen of Cups coming here to this reading and seeing that. I just want you to know that, and know that, yes, you do have a place in this person's heart, but they've turned their attention now in a sexual way, in a way of wanting to give something to this Queen of Wands. Okay, so I just have to try to be as sensitive as I can, because I know with this Queen of Cups, it's hurt, there's a hurting there. And inner child, meditation on the child within is needed now. You are being blocked by the wounds of childhood. Yeah, especially for those of you where you wondered, am I in this person's heart? Do they care? And feeling like a child, it's almost like, look at her, it's her eyes. She's like, it's like when her parents are leaving and leaving her alone. And, for those of you that had parents that were gone all the time and left you alone all the time, and or your dad left at a young age and you watched in the window and watched as he left, like, my heart goes out to you, pile number 2. It really, really does. And people moving on and leaving and going on to something else could really bring up a lot of, inner child wounding situations. And we have a square here and a challenge. Okay. And so, here we have someone who's excited to sensually engage in giving and receiving pleasure here with the Fool and the 6 of Pentacles, and someone who is urgently wanting to, get it on with their beloved over here, but there's a challenge because they still do care for this Queen of Cups, and they don't want to hurt the Queen of Cups feelings. So, because they're not, and I don't feel like this person, we'll take more look at this, but I don't feel like this person is like a major asshole or anything. I think they do care about the Queen of Cups feelings, and it does create some tension within them about moving on, and whether, with the square, we can talk about frustrations, demands, struggles, where something needs to change, and where something is creating tension and needs to basically, and sometimes challenges force us and motivate us and pressure us to make changes, and for this Fool meeting the Queen of Wands, it's like, fuck yeah, it might have like encouraged them to turn their attention in another direction. Okay. And sometimes meeting someone else, as much as someone we love, we don't want to lose that person. Meeting someone else is the challenge and the tension and the square that causes new situations to evolve. Ooh, we've got Venus Chiron. Yeah, painful emotions in love. And I feel like this person is aware of the pain that they're causing this other person, this Queen of Cups, but they are kind of like, I'm gonna hurt them. No, like it's a new beginning for me in a new direction without this person, and it does hurt, you know, and there is pain, and there is like feelings of wounds around relationships. And I feel like, you know, Venus represents women, Chiron represents wounds. So, you know, there may be a very wounded woman who is been wounded in relationships and yet is still very much wanting to give everything to this person. And you might be saying, yeah, this person is a fool. I give this person anything and everything. Okay. And I do feel that this person is aware. For those of you coming through the Queen of Cups position, I feel this person is aware that they are hurting you by doing this. But I also feel like they're saying, but I'm moving on, okay? And so we've got that situation going on here. And we have the Amazon Queen. Ooh, I love that. Battle. I am a devoted warrior of the universe. I love that, okay? And especially for my Queen of Wands, like, you don't always know what the backstory is, or if, you know, there could still be somebody who is a friend or occupies a position in someone's heart. But for my Queen of Wands, I feel like you don't want to hurt anyone else by getting with someone who another person still has a lot of feelings for. But on the other hand, I do feel like for my Queen of Wands, you're very tough, and you're very, you know, and this ain't your first rodeo. And you're very far and proud of how far you've come in life, and your strength and your courage, you know, to kind of face things. You're quite a bit different than this Queen of Cups in a lot of ways. I feel like for my Queen of Wands, you're very independent. You like a challenge. You're very spicy. You are very, you know, like competitive if you need to be. You don't mind a good solid competition. Okay, I feel like you don't like hurting people, pile number 2, but you're also you're not going to back down from what you want either, though. That's the thing, because you're just as deserving of love as anybody else. So you're not going to back down either from what you want. Okay. And I get that. All right. And for my Queen of Wands, if you're worried, oh, there's this other person in their heart that still cares about them, and this person is in their heart, and there is a space for them in their heart. That is true for my Queen of Wands, but I also feel like this person is, you know, has feelings for this Queen of Cups because they've been around for a long time, or they have been there for them, or they have, you know, there's a history, there's sentimental value, there's connection, there's a past, there's a story there. But I also feel like this person's attention is also pretty much fully on you and the seducing of you, pile number 2. So, I mean, but at the same time, you know, them having someone else in their heart may kind of worry you. All right. We've got the Knight of Wands. Yeah, this person, ooh, we've got the 3 of Cups. And, you know, this person is very sexually infatuated with you, pile number 2. And they're wanting to have a good time, you know, they may be wanting to be single and have a good time and have a sensual, sexy celebration with pile number 2, okay? And the Fool isn't really an energy that's kind of like settling down. So this person may not be settling down anytime soon. They may be into having more of a good time. But I also feel like with the 6 of Pentacles, they're not just a total, you know, it's funny with them because they want to have a really good time and let down all their, they don't want to like be with somebody traditional. They want to be with somebody who's way different than the people they've been with in the past. And they want to be with somebody who's more free-spirited and like sexual and free-spirited and all of that. And they're highly interested in that because they may not have had a lot of that in their past relationships. There may have been a lot of care and love, or affection, but it was more of a, it might have been more of like a parent-child thing, or more of like a maternal thing, or more of that type of energy with their past lover. Not to be weird, pile number 2, but I just have to tell you what I'm seeing, okay? But in this case, I feel like with you, they're like, oh, I want us to be completely free and open with each other, I want us to do whatever the hell we want to do, and I want us to be completely free and open. Yeah, here's the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups, and I do feel like this person is looking for love. I mean, they are, and they think they're a very good lover, and they're very confident about their, making out skills and sensuality and all of that. It's not that I feel like right now they may be looking for a good time, but in the long term, they're looking for love, okay? But first things first, what they're saying is I need to be around someone who's very like independent, sexually free, somebody who has a high libido, somebody who is charismatic, and somebody who even likes to party a little bit with the Three of Cups, okay? And the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands and the Three of Cups loves a good time, loves a party, not really shying away from that. But I also feel that with the Ace of Cups, they ultimately in the long term are looking for someone that they can love, okay, in the long term. And, this person, I do feel like they still have some love for this Queen of Cups, okay, because this Ace of Cups is coming out above the Queen of Cups. And, there may have been a part of themselves that was like, oh, I want to go explore the Knight of Wands and have fun. But then afterwards, I'm going to come back to this Queen of Cups, or I do care about this Queen of Cups. But at the same time, I feel like for my Queen of Wands people in this reading, you guys are definitely not ones to back down from a challenge. You're very competitive. You deserve love too. You're not just a good time Sally or whatever. Yeah, you like to have a good time. Yeah, you like to have fun. Yeah, you like to kick up your heels. But I think this person, will realize that you also have a really big heart as well. Pile number 2. You're very caring and you've got a really big heart on top of it, okay? So this person, I feel like still there is a person here who still strongly, strongly, strongly loves the person that you came here for this reading for. Pile number 2, okay? And for those of you that are wondering, oh, well, they're just going to go have a good time with whoever, and then I know they're going to be back to me because I know they love me. I feel like with this Knight of Wands and Three of Cups, that could be very true, but there's always a danger of this person falling in love again with the Ace of Cups here. And we just don't know, we just don't know. And my advice to you, for those of you Queen of Cups coming here, is don't wait for this person, okay? And I know that might suck and I know that might hurt to hear, but maybe you can focus on some of your own inner child healing right now and your own emotional healing. And you can spend like some time away from this situation or go out with some other people, your own self too, because the Queen of Cups is very lovely, but she really can bury herself in her emotions and give away way too much of herself. And maybe that is something you guys are, for those of you coming from that position, that's something that you're wanting to work on, okay? And you know. So anyway, pile number 2, that is what I am getting for you guys. Interesting reading. I wasn't really expecting multiple people showing up in the reading like that, but okay. It's important we know the truth, right? So pile number 2, that is what I am getting for you. Take care, my friends. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay. Let's do it. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the cute nerd, and today's reading is called Show Me the Shape of Their Heart, okay? And we are going to look at the shape of this person's heart towards you, pile number 3. And let's go ahead and get into it. I keep seeing like Samantha from Bewitched. I think that was her name, where she would always like, you guys know how witches, they always like move their noses, or like their noses like move back and forth, and that's the sign of them doing, it's almost like an itchy nose, but it's like moving back and forth, that's a sign that they're casting a spell. Anyway, I don't know why I just got that, and maybe some of you have bewitched a certain person, or you just did some spell work, but let's go ahead and see for my pile number 3s, or maybe you've been in a very witchy mood lately. I mean, we do have the new moon in Taurus is tomorrow, so yeah, it's a perfect time for some witchcraft. So let's see. Let us see for pile number 3. Let's see. Whoop, there's the Queen of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. So been working on something for a while. Steadiness, grace, commitment. Let's see here. Let's show the shape. I mean, I feel like the shape of your guys' heart is very lovely. I feel like that was kind of a preview into the shape of your guys' heart, but let's see what we got going on with this person. We've got the Hermit on the bottom of the deck. Ooh. Deep philosophical understanding of life. Somebody who likes to be on their own sometimes, could be into hiking, camping, living up in the mountains, fresh air. You know, we could also have Virgo energy here with the Hermit. Somebody who is kind of has like a science vibe, or is into going off and spending some time alone at their cabin or hiking, into nature, into like taking care of themselves as far as, I am getting somebody who likes to drink sometimes, but being out in nature, or kind of going your own place and doing your own thing. Let's see here. Ooh, the 2 of Cups. Maybe they'll invite you along on a trip. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the 2 of Cups. Usually they go by themselves, but they'd like to invite you. We've got Justice here. Okay, it's time to make a decision about where something is headed, is what I feel, okay? And I do feel like with the 2 of Cups, this person has been feeling closer to you, pile number 3. And you know, it's with Justice, it's time to make a decision about the direction something is headed. Let's see what else we've got. We've got Soon with the 2 of Cups, okay? If there's been some avoidance going on with this Hermit energy, or you feel like, is this person avoiding me? Are they avoiding seeing me? Like, what's going on? They could have been on a trip, or they could have decided to take a trip at the last minute, or decided like, you know, I need some time away so I can think. That's very Wheel of Fortune, Justice combination. But Soon, the 2 of Cups, okay? Ooh, red hot in the Wheel of Fortune. Well, that's, I mean, you certainly do turn this person's gears. I'll give you that, pile number 3. And we have Justice and Seduced, okay? And you know, I feel like this person is needing to make a decision about how far this is going to go, pile number 3, okay? And, you know, they're a person that tries to be very logical, with Justice and the Hermit showing up here. They try not to let their emotions seduce them into thinking something is there when it's really not. Like, they do try to be very careful, but when they think of you, their heart like skips a beat. They get really excited. They think about all the things that you guys could do together, all the plans you could make. And there is something about, you know, the energy that is very sexy. And I think that this person also thinks that you're very smart. And they really love talking to you. They really want to spend some quality time with you with the Two of Cups here. The Two of Cups is the Lord of Love in the tarot, and it represents Venus and Cancer. So I got feelings coming out of my heart, coming out of my eyes, coming out of my mind. But they try, you know, at the same time, they try to be very rational. They try to be very logical. They try to not let their emotions overrule them. But they can't really help it because you really turn them on, and they love that you're so worldly and knowledgeable. And maybe some of you here, you're very smart, or you're very well traveled, or you've got a fun, you like trivia, or you're very into like reading the classics, or you're educated, or you've got really, you know, really important perspectives. And I feel like what they're saying with Justice and Seduced, like they're more seduced even more by a person that has a very, you know, that's very learned and has a very sexy mind. And it's very easy for them to like feel seduced by someone who's like very clever, and very well learned, you know, and wow, they really do think that you're smart, worldly, well-traveled, and, you know, with the Two of Cups, it's like you fit right in my arms, or you fit right in the nook of my arm, like that type of thing. And soon, you know, the Two of Cups, soon I want to be in your arms. I want you to be, I want to be holding you. I want to be snuggling with you. I want to be kissing you soon. I want to hold you, touch you, kiss you. And, you know, they think about you, I feel like, and they wonder what you're up to. And they wonder, where are you at? What are you doing? Are you coming? Are you coming to the place that they're at? They got a lot of questions for you too with the Justice card. I feel like, hey, if I tell you how I feel, it's only fair that you tell me how you feel, you know? And so they kind of want to, and that's very Two of Cups as well. Like, hey, you know, I'm going to let you know how I'm feeling, but I also need to know how you're feeling. We have synchronicity here. Yeah, thinking about each other at the same time, or all of a sudden they're wondering what you're doing or what you're up to. Pay attention. The signs are guiding you together. Stop ignoring the call of spirit. Okay, yeah, animal, like, or I mentioned earlier, avoidance and that type of thing. And it's like, soon we will see each other. It was red hot the last time we were together. Oh my God, like the conversations, the glances, the clever responses, the things we talked about, like, you know, it's all very hot. And maybe they're thinking excited because you'll come visit them, or you'll go visit them. And it's like, ooh, the next time we see each other, it's going to be fucking on the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is all about possibilities and things looking up, you know? And the Wheel of Fortune is all about wealth, and its opposite is poverty, right? So it's like they feel very fortunate to have met you, and they feel very excited. I feel like with this red hot, that's a very excited Wheel of Fortune. Like, I'm excited about what could happen. I'm excited about the possibilities here. And, you know, with Justice, I feel like they're saying I'd be lying if I said that you weren't on my mind, because you are. And your way of speaking, your way of talking about things, your knowledge, your expertise, it's all very hot, and it really did seduce me, is what I feel like this person is saying. And we have here the 8th house and intimacy. Okay, yeah, like we need to decide, is this gonna go further? I need to make a decision about where this is headed and where I want this to head. And it needs to be, you know, when it comes to matters of their heart, they do keep themselves open to all the possibilities. With the Wheel of Fortune, anything could happen. Possibilities change, you know, things can be up and down at times with the Wheel of Fortune, but truth be told, anything could happen is what I feel they're saying. And, you know, they need to make a decision about how far this is going to go and how intimate this is going to get, you know, and they may need to have a conversation with you about intimacy. And talk, you know, justice has to do with contracts, and it has to do with, you know, contracts and relationships too. Like, hey, where do we see this heading? Are we exclusive with each other only? Is that what we want? Okay. And I do feel like this person feels a responsibility to kind of lead the connection in a certain direction, but I feel like they want to have a serious talk about where things are headed, especially when it comes to sex, contracts, intensity, erotic capital, secrets, mysteries, obsessions, Kundalini energy, and the underworld, okay? And so, you know, everyone has different tolerance levels for intimacy, and everybody has different rules around intimacy. It's like, you know, like if we're together, then if we're having sex, then I don't really want to be having sex with other people. You know, that's those types of deeper conversations that need to happen. Okay. I feel like that is really on this person's mind, as much as they are seduced and red hot and all of that when it comes to you. There's also some, with justice, I feel there's some things that need to be laid out on the line, you know, like, this is what I'm looking for. Like, where is this going? We have Mercury, Uranus, the need to have a very different type of a conversation, or a conversation happening that ends up going, you know, a lot different than perhaps one expected it to go. You know, and, you know, I feel like this person is saying, I want to talk about some different things with you this time, or there's some things I need to get off my chest, or there's some things that I need to make clear to you with the Justice card here, about my ideas and attitudes towards intimacy and what I'm looking for, you know, and, I mean, you're obviously very sexy to this person, pile number 3, but they may have some different ideas, or some ideas outside of the box thinking with Mercury Uranus here, especially regarding intimacy and how they see intimacy, or they want to bring up something to you in a different way than was done in the past, okay, is what I feel. And we have the Cosmos here and Ascend. I connect to oneness and I expand my awareness, okay? And some of you might have been a little bit confused. And the last time that you saw this person, it's like, oh, I was hearing one thing, now I'm hearing another thing. And I do feel like with justice here, this person knows that they need to make something clear now, or they need to define where something is headed. Okay. And I feel like when you see this person or talk to them next, expect to have a different type of a conversation. Okay. And, you know, I connect to oneness, which is really 2 of Cups. I connect to oneness through your eyes, through seeing into your soul, and I expand my awareness, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. But, you know, there is a need with justice to kind of define where something is at, you know, or to draw the proverbial line in the sand. You know, it's like, I have deep feelings for you and I've got real hot for you and you definitely have seduced me, but I don't know where everything is headed. I'm not sure, you know, and sometimes that can be somebody's bottom line as well. Like, you need a definitive answer and I can't give that right now, you know. But the thing I like about with justice is I like the honesty that is there with justice and the willingness to be very frank in discussions about where a person is at, okay? And I do think the next time that you see this person, there is going to be some conversation brought up in a different type of way about intimacy and how someone views that, okay? And, you know, and it may be like, you're like, oh my God, Natalie, like, this person has brought up some of these issues to me before, and I'm kind of afraid of what they're going to say, or I'm kind of like, I don't know. And the thing is, though, is for this person, you know, being honest with the truth about, you know, if there is ups and downs, or they aren't sure that they're, especially if this person travels a lot or has to be gone a lot because of their job, or is overseas sometimes, or just is, you know, in and out at times. And the Wheel of Fortune can sometimes represent that in and out, that up and down kind of energy. But there's a need, but there's feelings there. Two of Cups, and there's a need to clarify where things are at. Pile number 3, okay? We've got, the King of Swords. I got to clarify where I'm at here. 7 of Cups, because you need to know. It's not fair to you not to know what this person, like, where they see things going. There needs to be what I like to call, or what many people have called it, the DTR conversation. Define the relationship. And, you know, with the King of Swords, this person trying to define something that maybe has been undefinable for a while now, okay? Or trying to define the impossible, all right? But that's what they're going to do, all right, is what I feel. And that's good for you, pile number 3, because if you've been like, gosh, I've been so damn lost, I don't know, I'm not sure. Do they want intimacy? I mean, the 7 of Cups is a Venus and Scorpio card, and, you know, there's a lot of options out there in the world for people to pick from. But let me tell you, Venus and Scorpio isn't necessarily about sharing them. They're not really into, you know, multiple partners and stuff like that. Venus and Scorpio is more like, you know, intense, right? The 8th house of intimacy, sex, erotic capital, mysteries, obsession, you know, like, it's not, Venus and Scorpio isn't like, let's all be polyamorous or whatever, you know. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's some real radical Venus and Scorpio people out there, but, you know, but there is a need to clarify where things are headed, because there has been some real intensity here, and maybe sometimes it can feel a little toxic at times, pile number 3, because you're like, I don't know where things stand. They tell me this thing with the King of Swords, they tell me, and I just end up getting more confused, and then the boundaries are not clear, and then it ends up being a dumpster fire, and then we end up getting really mad at each other with the Tower, okay? And that's what happens when people are not clear and people do not understand. And we have the King of Cups here, and, you know, somebody who is, who can take things in stride and not get too bothered by things, who can put up with the ups and downs of something. And, you know, pile number 3, if I just described a pattern with this person where they try to define what's going on, you're not sure, the boundaries aren't clear. It doesn't seem, you know, everybody blows up and gets mad, or there's a big old chaotic scene because nobody really knows what to think or what's going on. You know, I do feel like with the King of Cups here, there is a calmness that kind of, when you're honest about how you're feeling, there's so much more calmness that everyone feels so much more calm about things. And, you know, maybe this person, one of their things they'd like to do is stay calm in situations when it seems like things are kind of blowing up or are very chaotic, and they may be very calm or unemotional at times when other people are kind of going batshit crazy over stuff or don't know what's going on, and they have just learned to like try to be very calm through all those storms. And maybe that's you as well, pile number 3. Maybe you have had to learn to be very calm through all the storms in life and kind of master your emotions and not fall into, you know, despair or fall into dramatics or that type of thing. I think if you guys listen to each other and you stay calm and patient and not fall into dramatics, I do think, you know, there could be a good understanding between you two. It's just in the meantime, things are a little, things are a little up in the air. It's like someone not really having the right to get mad because nothing's been totally defined, and yet they are mad is kind of the energy I'm getting. Okay. And that's why I feel like this person is like, yeah, I really do need to set things straight with where things are at. Okay. So pile number 3, that is what I am getting for you guys. Do let me know if you have any thoughts, comments, or feedback on that reading. Thank you and take care.